Hi, greetings for the day. I'm Deepesh Goel. I work as a Internet of Things consultant by profession in Industry 4.0. I also volunteer with Attal Innovation Mission as a regional mentor of change, and I'm a passionate writer, author of two books. So I would like to talk to the students in this podcast, and I would say the three skills which are required in the current generation, which is Industry 4.0, where the disruptive technology is playing a big role, is important for them to know. About this initiative, I would like to thank Vinodji for starting this. This is going to showcase the work done by the regional mentors, almost 100 of them, and also it is going to bring the students closer to the regional mentors whom they might not be knowing. And finally, I think the mentors should do it and introduce it on social media. Thank you.
Welcome to the special edition of the podcast series, Regional Mentor Interview by Vinod Tiwari, where you will discover true motivational stories of India. To represent 34 states and 722 districts of India, there is only 90 regional mentor of change and around 5,000 plus mentor of change who are associated with the flagship initiative of Atal Tinkering Lab by Attal Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog. These intellectuals and experts have been selected for mentoring to 7,200 schools across India, where approx 5 million students are benefited directly, with a vision to cultivate 1 million children in India as narrate innovators. Mr. Vinod, the host of the show, is also a regional mentor of change for Gujarat State, a best-selling author, international speaker, engineering director, an influencer, solar expert awardee, a strategic thinker, and has been referred to as a magician of words. He is truly a professor of success principles from the University of Life. In this podcast, he is going to interview one of the important regional mentors to learn about his journey, accomplishments, and ATL success till date. It would be definitely quite informative and motivating for all of us. Enjoy, and you can thank us later.
Hello and namaste and good evening. I'm honored to welcome each one of you to the one and only podcast show for students from all over India who are associated with Atal Tinkering Lab and those who wish to get engaged with the flagship initiative by Attal Innovation Mission NITI Aayog.
Welcome to the special edition of the podcast series, Regional Mentor Interview by Vinod Tiwari, where you will discover true motivational stories of India.
This episode is sponsored by rkswealth.com, a fastest growing company promises to be your partner into the journey of financial freedom. So you might be thinking that who are the regional mentors and who are the mentor of change? Let me just explain. To maximize the input of the Atal Tinkering Lab, Mentor of Change program is envisaged to be the largest formal volunteer network in India. Mentor of Change is aimed at engaging leaders, industry community professionals, brilliant technocrats, entrepreneurs who can guide and mentor young students in these labs for their neighboring schools to be as a role model for young innovators. After competitive rounds of the selections and reviews, top mentors from all over India has been identified and selected to take extra responsibility of their respective states. So approximately 91 regional mentor of change has been selected in 2 batches from existence of 5,000 plus mentor of change across the nation. So we are going to interview all of the regional mentor of change on an alphabetical basis and batchwise. So here in this episode, I would like to invite Mr. Deepesh Goel, who is a regional mentor of change for Atal Tinkering Lab from the state of Karnataka. Welcome, Mr. Deepesh, to the show, and here is my first question. Can you briefly introduce yourself about your achievement so far till 2021?
Thank you for inviting me on this show. Let me introduce myself. I'm Deepesh Goel, an IoT consultant by profession, writer and poet by passion, and volunteer with Attal Innovation Mission as Regional Mentor of Change for Karnataka. I started my career way back in 92 in sales after completing my engineering and reached the position of country business leader in my last corporate role with Fortive Sensing Technology in 2016. And I took a break in my career after that, which was almost after 25 years, and then published my first novel as a writer. And this novel is called Love, Life and Beyond. This is a story of the corporate world starting 1991, which is the time when the liberalization started in India, and it goes to 2000 when the dot-com busted and the Y2K problem got solved. So though I had initially thought of becoming an entrepreneur after 10 years of job experience, but it's never too late. I marketed my book for 6 months and then I joined Attal Innovation Mission as a mentor of change. Parallelly, I started my career as a freelance consultant on industrial IoT, working with budding startups to do the market interface of their solution to industrial application. And if you look at my current passion, I have a mission to train some 10,000 innopreneurs, which is an initiative to drive teenagers to become job creators rather than current trend of becoming job seekers. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your great introduction, and it's good to know about your corporate life, about your author journey, about your entrepreneurship startup, and the mission for innopreneurship. So guys, many of you would be thinking that what exactly is the ATL? I'll just brief about it. It is one of the aggressive initiative by our Prime Minister of India to establish innovative workplace in high schools based on the global living lab models, allowing a regular exchange of innovative ideas between the schools, teachers, expert mentors, NITI Aayog team, parents, and other relevant stakeholders. So the objective of this scheme is to foster curiosity, creativity, and imagination in young minds, and inculcate skills such as design, mindset, computational thinking, adaptive learning to empower critical thinking, communication, and problem solving. So as on today, there are approximately 7,200 Atal Tinkering Labs which has been successfully established across India, and out of which 70% of them are either in the government schools or government aided schools, including girls or co-ed schools. So hope you got a brief understanding about the Atal Tinkering Lab. Okay, so here we go for the second question. So Mr. Deepesh, we would like to understand that why did you got influenced to the flagship initiative of Atal Tinkering Lab? Please narrate your perspective.
Thank you for this question. I have a strong affection to children, and they have always amused me with the curiosity they have from a very tender age. I found Attal Innovation Mission the right platform to give back to society in a novel way. Initially, the path was tough as I was having language issue to interact with students of a school in Kottayam during the online mentoring sessions which I used to do from Bangalore. But later I got opportunity to do physical mentoring at JSS school in Bangalore in HSR layout, which was a very rewarding experience. After I became RMOC, I took up another school in Delhi, APS Vikaspuri, and the journey has been a roller coaster ride working with the stakeholders, teachers, parents, school administration, Attal Innovation team, and the students have always motivated me to move forward because they are the ultimate beneficiary. And I think this is a novel initiative by Government of India, and we are there to support this mission. I have had several experiences of working with students on certain projects, particularly in relation to Internet of Things, working with certain projects which were on tight schedule, and I found that children were more than willing to put in extra hours to work for that. And also I have come across several incidents where the teachers, the school authority, the Attal Innovation team have been always there to support the initiative. And I think this is a wonderful initiative which I am part of. I'm very proud of being part of this, and I wish all the best for this initiative. Thank you.
That's great. I like that you have a strong affection to the children. And yes, indeed, we all should be proud to be associate for the purpose of nation building. Well, I'm so excited to tell you that the project, which was initially started like as a pilot project, has become one of the biggest and successful project of the country, Atal Tinkering Lab. And till today, around 1.1 lakh innovative projects has been created for social and cross-cultural collaborations, ethical leadership, and to help in building innovative solutions for India's unique problems. Well, in order to foster inventiveness among students, Atal Tinkering Lab do conduct different activities ranging from regional level, national level, and school level competitions and exhibitions or workshops. So you will agree that today we stand on the brink of a technological revolution, which will certainly alter the way we think, we live, we work, we shop, we eat, whatever we do. And this is called Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is a digital fusion actually of technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, autopilot vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, material science, biotechnology, quantum computing, you name it, there are so many. So completely it's a digital revolution 4.0. So here is my third and last question to you. Deepesh, what are those 3 unique skills which are required for Industrial Revolution 4.0 by all the students?
The 3 unique skills which should be required for Industrial Revolution 4.0, I would say one need to develop 21st century soft skills, then also need to learn certain hard skills related to disruptive technologies like IoT, which I work on, or blockchain, or artificial intelligence, robotics, three-dimensional printing, etc. And the third and also very important thing, that they need to develop certain digital skills to be relevant as a virtual entrepreneur. And last but very important thing I would like to say here is that they should start early, fail fast, and have a never say die approach in life. So let me just give you a background on which are these soft skills which I am talking here. So I would classify those soft skills under leadership, entrepreneurship, and traits of an innovator. And these skills could be very well ascertained with the skills required to recruit people in an organization. And I have been working closely on this issue with the teenagers under my innopreneurship initiative. And what I have found that some of the skills which have been there, which are shared by the World Economic Forum in 2015, are actually not the same skills which are there in the report shared in 2020. So I have basically been closely following the top 10 skills for the employability. So some of the examples I can give here is that, let's say, intelligent quotient has been a most sought after skill till 2015, but now we are looking at emotional quotient instead of intelligence quotient. Or they could be, let's say, one has to be very good in communication skills, which do not form part of the 2020. But if you look at 5 years down the line, the projected skills requirement in 2025, you'll find certain different skills. So let's say creativity is one such skill, which is going to be the skills for the future. And especially when the gig economy is going to play a major role, where a freelancer would have a better say than a contract or a permanent employee in an organization. So there are different skills requirement going to be there. So based on these, I have segregated under the 3 buckets, and I have been trying to propagate that to teenagers, to working professionals, and students who are into the postgraduate or graduation courses. The second thing I said on disruptive technologies. So most of the corporates are today looking at certain hard skills related to disruptive technologies like IoT, AI, robotics, blockchain, 3 dimensional printing, and they want ready-made skills. They don't want to take you in the organization and then train you for that. So that is something is mandatory, and these are not very difficult thing to do, and it's not necessary that somebody coming from a science background only can do this. Anybody can do this. It's just that you need to have that passion, intent, and initiative for that. And I think third thing, as I said, that there are certain digital skills. So if you want to be relevant in this virtual world, you need to know how to generate a QR code, or how to make a video story, or how to write an ebook, or how to be smart enough to navigate the social media, where all these skills would be very handy to market your product, to advertise your product. So that's all I have to say to the audience, and thanks again for inviting me here. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Yes, what you said is very correct, that the skills are changing as per the times. It has been changed from IQ to EQ, and few of the skills are there which will be required always, which are called soft skills like communication skills. These are the must for your virtual entrepreneurship. And what you said is correct, that IoT, AI, robotics, blockchain, these are the must for everyone. Thank you very much for your great wisdom, and I'm sure that it's going to help millions of people, millions of students across India. Once again, thank you very much for being a part of the podcast. Guys, truly I believe that this mission could not be so successful without the contribution of each and everyone. And here I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the parents, the teachers, the mentors, IITs, IIMs, government organizations, public companies, tech giant companies, IT organization, all of them have supported well. And last but not the least, the AIMT and the able leadership of NITI Aayog. I would like to say that this is a massive revolution, and it is all happening because of the big vision of our beloved Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi. This is happening because of the able leadership of the Vice Chairman of NITI Aayog, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, the CEO of NITI Aayog, Shri Amitabh Kant, the Mission Director of Attal Innovation Mission, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav and Mr. Ramanan, and definitely a dedicated team, Ms. Deepika, Ms. Swati Rao, Ms. Madhuri, Mr. Ronak, Ms. Naba, Ms. Varya. They are really working hard to make this happen. And finally, all the students who are really the center of attraction, who are learning and growing from innovator to entrepreneur. This episode is sponsored by rkswealth.com. A fastest growing company promises to be your partner into the journey of financial freedom. Hope that you have enjoyed the session, and looking forward to see you on next Monday with a new personality, the new regional mentor of change from different state of India. Till then, stay safe and stay motivated. Have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.
Appreciate your time to join this week episode. We hope that you have enjoyed the knowledge and content as shared by the regional mentor of change. We would like to convey our sincere thanks to NITI Aayog, AIM team, and all the sponsors. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, and review. And you can also share it with others on your social media and WhatsApp groups. This show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and you can choose your favorite channel. Join us again on next Monday to meet exciting new personality from a different region of India. To catch all the latest podcast from Mr. Vinod Tiwari, you can follow him on Instagram at I am Vinod Tiwari. See you next Monday. Have a pleasant evening.